Did you know the different plant adaptation?
Now, let us know the different plant adaptation.
This time, we will create a video presentation about the 8 different plant adaptation together with my beautiful and handsome groupmate. For the first topic, which is the desert plant adaptation, is discussing by me, followed by Miss Kimberly Aluspolino with the topic temperate grassland plants adaptation, followed by Miss Novicor Nirhuyohoy with the topic tropical rainforest plant adaptation, followed by Miss Jolina Human Kulanag with the topic temperate rainforest plant adaptation, followed by Miss Jeremy Rio Takiang with the topic temperate deciduous forest plant adaptation, followed by Mr. Ricky Cabanyo Brikelme with the topic Taiga plant adaptation, followed by Mr. Girujas Art with the topic Tundra plant adaptation, and the last Mr. January E. Forlina with the topic plant adaptation in water. So, now I am the first reporter of the 8 plants adaptation with the topic desert plants adaptation. So question is, how desert adapt plants? Desert plants have adapted their roots, stem, and leaves to store more water and diseases loss. The ability to stay hydrated helps desert plants grow healthy in extremely hot or cold environments. What are plants that adapted in desert? Desert plants have developed 3 plants adaptation, which is the cactus, palm, and acacia. The cactus is a thin, fleshy plant that grows in many hot, dry parts of the world. Cacti have no leaves and many of them are covered in apricots. Next is palm. Palm plants are grown from canopy climbers, scrubs, tree-like, and stemly plants, all commonly known as palms. Those having a tree-like from are called palm trees. The acacia are well adapted to desert and tropical areas. It is a resinous gum that has many uses, from the medicinal and culinary to use as a comment, and the seeds and speed pods of a number of species are edible. How plants survive in desert? For starters, when it does rain, succulents absorb a lot of water quickly in the desert. Water evaporates rapidly, never sinking deep into the soil. Thus, most succulents have extensive but shallow root system. The roots absorb water just a half inch or so below the surface.
Do you believe that plants have adaptations to help them survive in harsh environments? Now, let's speak about the plant adaptations in temperate grassland. Temperate grassland biomes have a semi-arid climate and normally receive 10 to 30 inches of precipitation per year. Due to the relatively low amount of precipitation received, it is difficult for trees and large shrubs to survive. For this reason, the majority of plants found in the biome consist of different types of grasses. The grasses found here can either be tall or short, depending on the location of the grassland and the amount of rain they receive. In areas that receive less rain, the grasses consist of short species. Warmer areas that receive more rain are home to taller species of grasses.
Tropical rainforest is hot and it rains a lot, about 80 to 100 inches per year. It have the greatest biodiversity of all other ecosystems as both sunshine and water are available in such forests. Plants growing here have special adaptations that allows them to grow and survive. The first one is the buttress roots. These are large wide roots spreading out on all the sides of the tree. Large roots have ridges which creates a large surface area that help to support large trees. The second one is the trip tips. Trip tips are plants that have pointy tips. This allows water run off the leaves quickly without breaking or damaging them. Third is lianas. These plants begin their life in the forest floor but also depend on the support of other plants for their growth and survival. Next is epiphyte. It's an organism that grows on the surface of the plant. Many plants live as an epiphyte to receive the necessary sunlight and moisture to complete their life cycle. And lastly is the stilt roots. Stilt roots provide support for the plant whose main roots are shallow growing as the lower layers of soil are devoid of the nutrients.
At this point, let us talk about temperate rainforest plant adaptation. So what is temperate rainforest? What is plant adaptation? Let me say, what is temperate rainforest plant adaptation? So, let's find out. Temperate rainforests feature seasonal of temperature. Winters are mild and summers are cool. Temperate rainforest receives a lot of precipitations, about 80 to 152 inches per year. Condensation from coastal fogs also added the dampness. The soil is poor in nutrients. Large evergreen trees, some reaching 300 feet in height, are the dominant plant species. Temperate rainforests are characterized by mild climates or temperature. Essentially, these areas do not experience extremely cold or extremely hot temperature. Temperate rainforests have two different seasons. One season, winter, is quite long and wet, and the other summer is short, dry, and foggy.
Temperate temperature deciduous forest plant adaptations. Leaves are broad to collect as much sunlight as possible. Trees have thick bark to protect against harsh winters. Trees drop their leaves in the winter to prevent water loss during the colder months. Also, there is a less direct sunlight in the winter, which means less photosynthesis. So deciduous trees drop their leaves to conserve energy. And there are four seasons: the spring, summer, autumn, and winter. So spring bulbs use the tree lights before trees grows leaves and block the lights from reaching the forest floor. Summer, leaves from the tree block out lights to the forest floor or flower dye, main reason for photosynthesis in trees. And in autumn, temperature decreases, the trees cuts off the supply of water to the leaves and they fall off. Leaves later freezes during the autumn and decomposes over. And the last one is winter. Winter is too cold for the trees to protect their leaves from freezing. Losing their leaves helps trees to prevent water loss through transpiration.
Adopting a biome, taiga. The taiga has several environmental stresses. One of them is the freezing cold temperature. It has almost 3 rounds. When it isn't completely freezing, it has a very short summer and growing season. How do plants adapt in these environmental stresses? The taiga can also mostly coniferous trees. The coniferous trees has needle protect from cold temperature, and to keep them allow the photosynthesis when the weather is warmer. Plant adaptation in taiga. Needles will retain moisture and shade snow. The waxy coating on the tree needles prevent evaporation. The darkness of the needles help to attack more sun. Many of the branches on evergreen trees droop down along the shedding of snow.
Hi guys, my name is Archer Diaz and this is my report about plant adaptation in tundra. Plants also have adapted to the Arctic tundra by developing the ability to grow under a layer of snow, to carry out photosynthesis in extremely cold temperature, and for flowering plants. To produce flowers quickly once summer begins. A small leaf structure is another physical adaptation that helps plants to survive. Tundra plants are small, usually less than a foot high, for 4 reasons. 1. The soil lacks nutrients for richer cells in the ecosystem that are filled with organic material. The plant's short structure helps them absorb heat from dark soil, which helps keep them from freezing. Smaller plants are more protected from cold and winds. Roots also are short and grow sideways, as they cannot penetrate the permafrost. These plants tend to grow in clumps. Clumping offers protection from the cold and from wind-driven particles of ice and snow. Examples of small tundra plants include Arctic crocus, loosewort, heather, and cress. That's all.
Hi everyone, I am Janri F. Nolira, a BC student of Northern Pantuna. Today I'm going to report about plant adaptation of water. Plant adaptation in water is a submerged, free-floating aquatic plants with a consolidation distribution, native in all continents except Antarctica. It is a harmful introduced weed in New Zealand. It is also a popular aquarium plant. Aquatic plants require special adaptation for living submerged in water or at the water surface. The most common adaptation is the presence of lightweight interparking cells. At roots but floating leaves and fairly dissected leaves are also common. Example, plant adaptation are changes that help a plant species survive in this surrounding or environment. Aquatic plants that live in underwater have leaves with large air pockets inside that allow the plants to absorb oxygen from the water.